Hey guys, it's Savannah and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back for episode 2 in the Stitchionary. This time I will be showing y'all how to crochet the crossed double crochet. A sneak peek of what it looks like. I absolutely love this stitch. It is one of the first double crochet variations that I learned when I was beginning crochet, and it is just such a gorgeous stitch that it is one I keep coming back to time and time again in my designs. So this stitch, just like the wrapped double crochet from last month, which I will go ahead and put up here, whichever corner it is, it is just all you need to know is the double crochet and how to identify the stitch you are working in. But that is literally all there is to it. You don't need to know any fancy stitch variations or chains or anything like that, although hopefully you know how to chain by this point if you are working on double crochets. But for this tutorial, all you are going to need is any weight of yarn. I am using worsted weight, an appropriate crochet hook for the yarn weight. I am using a 5.5mm crochet hook. This one is hand carved from Ukraine. It is by LETTOWorkshop, and I will link them down below. And you have to know how to double crochet. That's all you need for this tutorial. So if you guys want to join me, let's pop on down below and we'll get started on learning the cross double crochet. Okay, we are down here ready to crochet. I've got my worsted weight yarn, my gorgeous 5.5mm crochet hook. Again, I will link the maker in the description below. And my foundation for the cross double crochet for this tutorial is 2 rows of 16 double crochet stitches in each row. So I'm going to insert my hook in my loop right here, and I'm going to chain 2. Now you can turn before or after you chain 2, it does not particularly matter. I don't really see a difference in my own works. So for the cross double crochet, I am going to skip this first stitch right here, and I'm going to work into the next double crochet. And I'm just going to work that double crochet like normal. Then I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook in that skipped double crochet. And then I'm just going to complete the double crochet like normal. Then for the next one, you skip the next stitch, work your first double crochet into the following stitch, and then work back into that skipped stitch. I'm going to show you one more time before we take a look at these stitches. Skip the next stitch, double crochet in the following stitch, yarn over, insert your hook in the skipped stitch, and complete your double crochet like normal. Now this is what we have so far. You will see how these stitches are kind of at an angle from both sides. That is because the post of the stitch is being pulled in the opposite direction of where the base of it is. And it creates this gorgeous look and this lovely texture to any work. There is a reason I keep coming back to this stitch, and it is just the beauty of it. But we are going to keep working just like this across the row. Skip the next stitch, work in the following stitch, yarn over, work in the skipped stitch. We have about 4 more sets of these, so I'm going to go ahead and work until the last set, where I will come back and show y'all what it looks like to work the end of the row. Alright, we are here with 1 more set of cross double crochets left in this row. You can see what it is looking like right now, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So we are just working this set of cross double crochets like normal. The only thing to be aware of is if the pattern says the turning chain counts as a stitch. Because if it counts as a stitch and you have an even number in your row, you are going to want to be working into that chain space, or that turning chain. But for my sample, I am not counting it as a stitch, so I am just working in this last double crochet, and then the skipped double crochet. So this is what it looks like right now. You can kind of see how without working in that turning chain it looks a little uneven, but that is completely okay because this is just a sample. I'm not making anything with it, but I am going to show you in this next row what it looks like with a single double crochet on the end and beginning of the row. So I went ahead and turned. Now I'm going to chain 2, and I'm just going to work a double crochet in this first stitch. Now I'm working my crossed double crochets, so skipping that first one, working in the next one, and then working in the skipped stitch. Now skipping the next stitch, working in the next one, and then working the skipped stitch. Let's do that again. So you see how that is looking, and if you notice how it looks since they are not perfectly on top of each other. I love that little effect, and sometimes try and go out of my way to create that effect when using this stitch. But I am going to go ahead and work until I have 1 more set left and show y'all how to do it. Okay, I have 1 more set of cross double crochets left, but I just want you to take a look at this really quick. Look how gorgeous that is. So I have 3 stitches left, but I did start with just a single double crochet. So I'm going to skip this next stitch, work the one after that, work that skipped stitch, and then just place a double crochet in that last stitch. And you see how that just cleans up the sides like that? And just look at how that looks with the unevenness. Now I'm going to work 1 more row off of camera right now so that I can show you what it looks like when they are perfectly stacked. So I will be right back. Alright, I have finished that row, and if you will take a look at how those cross double crochets are stacked on top of each other with the single ones at either end of the row, if you'll notice, because they are crossed and the rows go different ways, each one is crossing in different ways, I guess you would say. They don't look perfect exactly like each other depending on what end you are looking at them from. But it is just the way these look is why it's one of my favorite stitches in my toolbox. And that is all. That is how you learn to stitch the crossed double crochet. I hope you have enjoyed this stitch as much as I do. If you are a fan of texture and crochet or unique looks or creating airy or lacy designs, this stitch is definitely for you, and I hope you can understand why it is one of my favorite stitches. If you want to make something with the cross double crochet, I will link the patterns that I have designed that use it down below, and hopefully you will find one that inspires you to make it. If you have any questions on this stitch, please feel free to leave it in the comments down below. If you have an idea on what stitch you want me to teach you how to do for next month's Stitchionary, also leave that in the comments down below. I would love any suggestions. If you have not already, but you really enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. And give this video a like if you have enjoyed it and want to watch it again later. I will have a playlist on my channel for all of my Stitchionary episodes. I will put that in the cards in whatever corner it is, and I will see you guys next month for another Stitchionary episode. But I will be back next week with another podcast episode, so if you're interested in what I've been making lately and what's going on in my life, please feel free to join me for those. But until the next time I see y'all, whether it's the podcast or the Stitchionary, happy crocheting!